from our crab at the battery with that tribe, so subscribe to your channel, and I die away a mine. When that's a share link, no more be our answer. I keep him. I finally says, Siano, dear, honorable Kennedy, Agyapong, ne yere abeka say ne kasa wi na so say indeed I'm a very smart pa I Miss Christiana Agyapong ne kasa wi say obia eni age kasa nkwa wote a voice no kra no 1k na afin say ansem o kan na so na go be na try say oh indeed I'm passe behind every successful man there is a woman and person say nyema bia kan di ni na try say sa na we be kasa na nkofo say San Reno pan a motivational speaker pan the Kennedy sense and seminar on point. In say in summer or kind what two and say team or the ma and seminar so say building stronger women to make a stronger party or say building stronger women to make a strong party very relevant and timely. And I think when small kanka was a year in seminar say some we drew ye pan about a woman ya. Thank
you for the opportunity to address this august house. But before I proceed to deliver my address, I'd like to render my sincerest apology for not being able to be there in person. It was due to circumstances beyond my control. I would like to thank all the organizers for this great conference. And I would like to stand on all existing protocols and proceed to deliver my address. Certainly, the contributions you all have made to advance the center-right political tradition in Ghana are immense, and you all should serve as inspiration to those of us coming up. The New Patriotic Party, NPP, is a progeny of the United Party, UP tradition, that has over the years represented courage and valor in the face of some of the authoritarian tendencies that our past leaders have exhibited. The men and women who laid the foundation on which we stand today did not just wear the badge of honor, but they also wore the badge with integrity. Indeed, the MPP and its members are descendants of great men and women who stood for truth, freedom, and justice with property-owning democracy as our creed. It is an undisputed fact that as a party, our forebears did not only play a significant role in the attainment of Ghana's independence, but also played a crucial role in the struggles leading up to the independence. Our great heroes like J.B. Dankwa, Ubecha Bilamte, Edward Ekufuado, and William Oforiatta, amongst many, of whom time will not allow me to mention, played a pivotal role in birthing our country. Not only did these great individuals play a crucial role in the independence struggle, but they also sacrificed materially, physically, and spiritually to build this tradition that we proudly find ourselves in today. Even as we recall the enormous sacrifices made by these great sons of our tradition, we must not lose sight of the critical roles played by our foremothers as well. The feat and national fame that our great forebears achieved through their sacrifice and desire to build a new nation are what all culminated into the tradition, a product of which we are enjoying today. Those accomplishments could not have been possible without the support of some legendary women who were part of the struggle. Indeed, we cannot talk about the history of Ghana's independence without recognizing the industrious role played by renowned women like Sophia Oboshi, Mabel Dav Dankwa, Hannah Kujo, Rebecca Nade de Ayete, and Susanna Al-Hassan, just to mention a few. It was through the political activism of these women, which played out in diverse ways, that our sovereignty as a proud people and a nation was finally restored. The role of women in socio-economic development of every country is crucial to the development of effective governance. A former Indian Minister of Law and Justice famously said, and I quote, "I measure the progress of a community by the degree of progress which women have achieved." However, despite this reality, women's participation in post-independence Ghana has been low to our collective disappointment. The participation of women in Ghana's body politics at best can be described as tokenism or placation, as the barriers that inhibit women from releasing their full potential as political animals continue to persist. I have some statistics here I would like to share. In 2000, the members of parliament, there were 200 members of parliament. Out of this, only 25 were women. The total number of ministers were 80. Only 8 were female. In 2004, there were 230 MPs and only 25 female MPs. In 2016, there were 275 members of parliament. Only 36 were female. We had 110 ministers, out of which only 10 were female. In 2020, 275 parliamentarians, only 40 are women, and only 9 ministers, a drop of 1. This tells us that the struggle continues. Even though women are about 50% of the population, we are underrepresented in all institutions. We have to struggle for more. We have to push ourselves harder to attain more. I recognize there have been improvements in the inclusion of women in political participation, but the numbers bear evidence that we are nowhere near where we should be as a gender. Free SHS is a great foresight policy, in my opinion. Now parents don't have to decide which child goes to school, whether the boy goes to school or the girl goes to school. And almost always, the boy gets to go. The girl will stay home and help out in the house. But with the free SHS, in 5 years or 10 years, when our children, especially the girls, have graduated into great professionals, then our voices will be heard louder. Today, political parties have become the pivot around which democracy revolves, and the role of women in driving these political parties cannot be overemphasized. The MPP has been at the forefront of all major democratic reforms, and our women continue to play a significant role in this direction. Ghana's democracy has become the toast of many and is seen as the most peaceful and stable democracy on the continent. Indeed, the enviable accolade attained by Ghana as a democratic society cannot be discussed without recognizing the great contributions of our women. If there's one political tradition that has and continues to demonstrate its abiding faith in the ability of women to deliver, then it is none other than the MPP, the party we all proudly belong to. After 40 years in the political wilderness, former President John Agyapong offered opportunity to a lot of our women to contribute their quota to the national development. Similarly, our current president, Nana Akufo-Addo, has followed suit by further offering more opportunity to women. It is important to state that, despite the show of commitment to the cause of women by our leaders, women are yet to reach their full potential when it comes to politics and national development. It is for this reason that I consider the theme for this important summit, Building Stronger Women to Make a Strong Party, very relevant and timely. Indeed, the MPP has produced women who demonstrated bravery and gallantry in defending the cause of the party and the nation as a whole. Stalwart women like Hawa Yakubu, Grace Coleman, Gladys Atma, and Teresa Ambule Tego, all of blessed memory, as well as Christian Churcher, who played significant roles in the second and third parliaments of the Fourth Republic. In contemporary times, the likes of our First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, the Second Lady, Hajia Mrs. Samira Bawumia, Mrs. Ursula Ekufo, Otiku Afisa Jaba, Mrs. Frida Prempe, Hajia Alima Mahama, just to mention a few, continue to blaze the trail for our women folk. The MPP has a large pool of talents, especially women, and we need to identify, adopt, and nurture more of our talented women make them stronger to be at the forefront of the challenges we are facing now. We need to build and sharpen the capacity of the young ones and prepare them towards taking the baton of the party. Let us mentor as many women as we can and offer them the opportunities to deliver where applicable. A great singer once said, and I quote, "If a man takes a decision, he's strategic. If a woman does it, she's calculating. A man is allowed to react. A woman is only allowed to overreact." End quote. If you're given the opportunity, you must not only meet expectations, you must exceed them. We must always be mindful of the former mayor of Canadian city of Ottawa, Charlotte Whitton's observation that whatever a woman must do, she has to do is twice as well as a man to be considered half as good. To think about it, if a man scores 50, we have to score 100 to be considered 25% good. That's a tall task, but the good news is that we are more than able to meet this challenge, and we are more than capable to meet the challenge. It should not be lost on us that when we are persistent, they call us bossy. When we are deliberate and meticulous, they call us weak. These are the real challenges faced by women in leadership positions. And that is why we must salute our women who have succeeded in leadership. If you aspire to be in leadership, find one of these great women and ask her to be your mentor. Mentorship is golden. Always remember that your success is what will pave the way for more women to be given great opportunities. As such, we never want to create an opportunity for our detractors to easily point to bad situations and say, look, we shouldn't have given that opportunity to a woman in the first place. Let me end with this. A stronger women's wing in the party is a surety for the growth and sustenance of our tradition. If women's mobilization has never been in doubt, then a strong support-based mobilization to build a stronger party must be the duty of us women. But we cannot be on the outside looking in. We must seize the opportunity when it presents itself. And after we seize the opportunity and have it in our possession, we must make the most out of it. We must wow our detractors such that they will be left with no choice but to say, the women of MPP rock. Long live MPP USA wing, long live MPP, long live Ghana, and God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you.
Adafo nti say na yet in some say or the two ones in some hwam in some or kind of some key words be a meme mafa e so say a man is to react, a woman is to overreact. So say and I said say oba react here. So you know what kind of say a man is to react and a woman is to overreact. And so this year na e wo me there. So oba bibi na so e bia oye no embo hwa so oye no over. Mama make kasa and I say so I did that was say I was say oba doing the nyema bia be ma ye one na oba so you two. Now so this year mama no monti say oba de e be bisa o ka asem na so oba na e kan bia ala no de on so on share ni bi de also on kan so this and there enye ne sa after say if a man takes a decision, he is strategic, and if a woman does the same thing, she is calculated. In summer, a year Miss Christian Agyapong at 2 1 she's in summer there. A young man kasan baby na airborne abaso in summer or the atujan. After so raise some key points we were saying air problems in ban baby no facing or saying when we are persistent, they call us bossy. When we are deliberate and meticulous, they call us weak. Or say adibi wanna say ye free say betimi aye na ye no ye man ne bro some say ready or flip boss too much or share no or say masan man ni bu wa bem say ade da ho say ye be kan ade acho na afin so adibi wanna say person when na say person open time person un hwa de kun di na open time no to me ade asa de na say we weak to me ye o ya say we say Open time says we a week. Into we problems there saying ban we na a face here. No so your bands no cast and mine na. And now why then while listening at their minds or singing na for two to say ho ombeka na so no man no embu abem man no stop e wo ne be bia pese onye e wo ho odetudwa e draw some a plan be say even a woman in government no since 2000 to 2020 or na etu jamaina yakohwe nisem de se nisem emu yedru ye pan 3MT for na so ya say management dey edebrew your 3MT fast print 3MT photography and 3MT production if you are bia FI animations bia event coverage blogging live streaming YouTube video intro 3MT production after 3MT photography so ho say picture be na ope say indoor shoots outdoor shoots passport pictures na 3MT photography after 3MT fast print so ho say print bi ope bia inches bi ope bia esi hin kosi hin na omo bi ho mo large format print ho mo cut printing customization bounding na omo bi 3MT fast print so if an number that screen is no monetary enkomo yi no me wodjuma no so informal after share screen so number so eda so 3 media try office line sa number na o fa o fa na so fra penifo no bedi enkomo the number no tutu ni say ye bo amafo dero ye bo amafo product and so djuma bia obi ye ebo hu dero e de man na afofo so ade ate won kana odjuma na wo ye no akọ etire na afofo bia ate won kana afi adeto no so akọ no mbo e de ama e ho number that screen so no nti fa number no ni penifo entwe enkomo ne bo odjuma dero informa kama media ndebe abraham cancer me so subscribe to your channel no subscribe ya be be won chen mi abel so mi aso probably be appear hwe de achon on e wo focus am all na fa mo site so ne sa e de be to your channel so won sabetumi akabi na so wa hwe de ekoso e wo manga na me no na etimi 3 with that tribe the voice of the people.